Today, we'll be talking about candidate fraud, so stick around to see how you and your organization can prevent it. Hi everyone, this is Brandon with ISGF. We are a professional recruiting firm with over 30 years of experience matching top talent with America's most prestigious companies. This is our inaugural Talent Trends Tuesdays video, where we will cover the latest feedback, trends, and concerns facing the talent acquisition and contingent labor space today. Now, this isn't something particularly new to the hiring process, but with the sudden and drastic shift to working from home and virtual interviewing, many of our clients have seen a significant uptick in candidate fraud. So what is it? Why is it a significant problem? And how do we solve that problem? For starters, you may have heard candidate fraud referred to as ghost hiring, candidate impersonation, or even identity theft. And it goes far beyond embellishing on a resume. Candidate fraud at its core is a candidate pretending to be someone they're not. Whether that means fake references and experiences, assuming the identity of someone that actually has those qualifications, or even a sort of substitute for your virtual interviewee. Recently, I've even had a program leader reveal that during a virtual interview, it quickly became apparent that the person on the screen was not the person speaking. Yeah, an awkward experience for everyone involved, I'm sure. But it goes to show the lengths people are going to and why it's important to consistently review your process. As for why this is a problem, well, aside from the obvious work delays, time waste, and cost sinks, if someone successfully sneaks through your hiring process, it leaves your organization vulnerable. These fake employees gain access to important and often private data, opening the door for federal regulations and significant penalties. But that isn't all. They can also leak insider knowledge, often to your competition, and truly damage your reputation amongst your customers, partners, and even your employees. So how are industry experts solving this problem? Unfortunately, no solution is perfect, but a combination of adjustments has proven to be effective. So let's get specific. Starting with the most simple and cost-effective method, you can start reducing your candidate fraud immediately by alerting and educating your applicants about the issue. I know what you're thinking, that's far too simple to actually work, but in reality, this is a common tactic used to dissuade criminal activity. I'm sure you've heard that houses with a security sign in the yard are far less likely to be burglarized, and this is the same concept. Include language in your job postings or your initial screenings that you have processes in place to identify fraud and will prosecute as necessary. And these dubious applicants are far less likely to waste their time trying to get past you. Another popular method is completing reference checks. Now, references can be faked as well. In fact, there are even services in place to gather references beyond your circle of friends and connections. Similarly, if there's a service to commit fraud, there's one to prevent it as well. I've seen a few platforms that use AI and machine learning to cross-check answers from their candidates as well as their respective references, and they identify abnormalities between the two and give you confidence intervals for accuracy. Ultimately, you will need to decide how to use this data, and I'd recommend auditing the results over time, but I've heard a few success stories in the sphere already, so it's certainly worth a look. Now, if you run a high volume program, the time it takes to complete these checks correctly can be excessive and will often cause delays in your time to hire, which can be crucial for project deadlines. My advice in that case would be to utilize your supplier partners. As an example, this is something that ISGF does on every candidate before submission, whether direct hire or contract. This shifts the burden of time onto the supplier network, which, due to scale, is going to be more efficient. Remember, suppliers are part of your ecosystem and they are your partners. The common goal is to run a successful program, and they will often be willing to make adjustments to achieve just that. The last method I'll leave you with is leveraging technology, specifically by utilizing an advanced testing and assessment platform. There are several platforms out there, and the best ones will utilize a suite of technologies to monitor the testing environment and ensure the person you sent the test to is the one who's actually taking it. There are challenges in implementation though, and it will take some time to adjust your testing to find what works. Most applicants, especially those who are passive and currently employed, are not willing to invest 90 minutes into an assessment to land the job. Tailor your assessments to be under 30 minutes and aimed at the most specific and crucial skills needed for the role, and you may see a better adoption rate. While utilizing one of these platforms can be expensive, the ROI for preventing fraud alone tends to be positive, but there are other advantages to these platforms as well, which we might just cover in another video. Well, that's all I have for now. I hope this has been informative, but let me know what you think in the comments below. What is your organization doing to combat fraud? Is it even on the radar? If not, what is something you're tackling in 2021? I'd love to hear about it. Thanks again for stopping by. We'll see you next Tuesday.